going to show you how to make Ojo De Dios. They were made by the Huichu people who lived in the Sierra Madre Mountains in Mexico. They were woven on crisscrossing sticks, joining in the center. The center eye represented the sun and stood for the power of seeing and understanding things we normally cannot see. The ends of the sticks represent the basic elements: earth, wind, water, and fire. So what you're going to need are dowels. This is a 12-inch dowel, and my example here was made on 12-inch dowels, but it's really big and was really difficult to do. So today we're going to be using 6-inch dowels. So you're going to create a 6-inch dowel by marking 6 inches, which is roughly half of a 12-inch dowel, with a marker. And then you're going to mark your 6 inches and cut using scissors. And then you're going to glue them with your hot glue gun into an X. And you're going to need 2 of these, so you'll do this twice. I'm going to set that one aside to dry. And I'm going to show you how to start your Ojo De Dios. I'm going to pick a color. I like this one. And to start our yarn, we're going to tie your yarn to the center of your X. And I'm going to start out making the very center of my Ojo De Dios. You're going to do that by taking your X and wrapping 3 times diagonally across. And you're going to turn it and wrap it 3 times across in the opposite direction. And then repeat, turn, and wrap. And you're going to do this a few times. And we're going to start our inner wrap, which would be this teal part on my example one. To do that, you're going to bring the yarn to the top, and you're going to go diagonally to the one next, the stick next to it, and wrap around once. Turn, go to the stick next to it, and wrap around once. Make sure you're always working on the top. And after I go around one full rotation, you can see that it made like a diamond. And you're going to keep going and working and building on that. Alright, that looks like a good size. So we're going to cut off the string now with scissors. Just cut a piece off, and then you're going to tie it. Very simply tie. It doesn't have to be super tight. And then pull the knot to the back. So I pulled it to the back so it's not in the front. If we look at my example, it's very crisp and clean on the front. When we turn it over though, there's little tails all over the place from where I changed my colors. So the back is going to look messy. Your front is going to look nice and crisp and clean. So, like I said, here's the center front part. I'm now going to change colors to another blue. To change colors, I'm going to find my end of my yarn. And where I tied it off, I'm just going to tie another color on. And you just need to do a simple knot. It doesn't have to be a double knot. And that tail, I'm going to pull to the back. So the tails are always going to be at the bottom, so you won't see them when your Ojo De Dios is done. And you're going to wrap it just like you did before. I'm going to change my color now. Cut my yarn off. Okay. Remember, you got to make sure you keep everything nice and even. And pull your yarn tight as you're working. I know that it might be tempting to let it get slack, but The tighter you pull your yarn, the crisper and neater your lines will be in the end. Remember that one that we glued earlier? We're going to now use that one to make a second part to attach. If you look at the back of mine, you see this pink part here. This is where I attached two dowels together, two sections, two plus signs together to make the larger Ojo De Dios. And currently I have one that I already worked on that is just all one color. You want your second one that you're going to attach to the bottom to create your larger Ojo De Dios. You want to have that done all in one color. You don't need to change. It's just one color for that. So you're going to take that one color and tie it to a close. Keep your tail to the back, just like you did in the front. Make sure it looks nice and neat. Just like that. And you want it to be about the same size as your other one. And now this is the tricky part. You're going to get another yarn color and tie it onto this dowel here. You want to use this red. It kind of goes with the orange. Kind of looks cool. Now this is a very tricky step, and I had a lot of difficulty with this while working on my larger one. You're going to take your dowels, layer them on top of each other in kind of like a star pattern. See how it kind of looks like a star? Kind of looks like a star. Then you're going to turn it over. And as we were working on our Ojo De Dios, we were using the dowels next to each other to wrap our yarn. Now we're going to be using our wrapping to go to the ones directly across. You're going to take your dowel, turn it back over, and you're going to work with dowels across from each other. So right now we're just wrapping around this one color here a couple times. You're just securing the dowels to each other. And then you're going to go to the one next to it, and that will be one of these yellow ones here. You wrap this yellow one here. So this is the hard part. You're wrapping in like a figure 8 motion, two dowels across from each other. After you do about 3, you're going to go to the next one. And I'm going to wrap now to this orange one right here. And then go to the last one. Get it nice and secure. Now it should be pretty secure and not going to move too much as we go through our wrapping. The next step is we're going to be wrapping just on this one dowel. We're going to take the one, go underneath of the one next to it, and under this to this one, and wrap over top, and then go under the one next to it, and wrap around top. So what we're doing right now is we're skipping every other dowel and wrapping the exact same way we did the center. and we're going to tie it off here. You see the back looks messy. Like I said, don't worry about what the back looks like. We're only focusing on the front of our Ojo De Dios. So they will look a little messy from the back. I'm now going to change color again, and we're going to wrap a little differently. Instead of tying it onto the one that we were just working on, we're going to be tying onto the one right next to it. So you're going to tie that on just like you did any of the other ones. Now, we're not working on the next one. We're pulling it behind to the one next to it. See how it goes? It's going to the one next to it. Turn it over, you can see it's skipping this one and going to this one. And you're going to wrap it around. Just like we did before, skipping every other one. This is going to create a different diamond pattern. Again, you just cut it off and tie it on. And now you have a couple options. You can wrap again around just like 2 or 3 more times and skip every other one if you want to. Me, I think I'm going to skip that because I have 2 nice different colors already. I'm going to add my edge color. And I'm going to work with this orange that I made my base one out of because I like it. You're going to tie it on to the same one you were just working with, where you just tied off the other one. Because this time around, we're not skipping every other one. We're going to be going to every single down. So you're going to go to the one right next to it, wrap it once, and around. You're going to be creating a little bit of a more open work again to give your Ojo De Dios a little bit of space in it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off my yarn and tie it down. I'm going to tie it to a piece of yarn that's already on here. Makes it a lot easier. And now you have a small completed Ojo De Dios. What you can do next, if you feel like it, go ahead and trim these little tails down a little bit so they don't stick out quite as much. And I trim them down and have it done. What you can do is you can leave it at that, or you can go ahead and make a little tassel. To make a tassel, you're going to take a little bit of yarn, wrap it around your fingers a few times. About that. Pretty good. Cut it. So it looks like this. Put it down. Cut a little string, same color. And you're going to put it about here on your tassel and tie a knot. Now, traditionally, some of the Ojo De Dios had tassels. I saw a lot of them that did. It's up to you if you want to make one and add it. I did not add it to any of mine, however. And then cut the ends, slide it in those little loops, cut them out to create a little tassel, like so. And you can tie it do your Ojo De Dios. So you can add a tassel if you want to. Okay? And that is how to make a Ojo De Dios. That is a 3D look to it. And again, this is one made on a 12-inch dowel versus a 6-inch dowel. This depends on what you would like to practice. I suggest working with the small 6-inch dowel before you go to try and attempt to do the 12-inch dowel. And when you do the 12-inch dowel, you will alternate every other one longer. Because here I did every other one on the purple, every other one on the green, every other one on the pink, every other one here, and every other here. And when I got out towards the end is when I started doing the every down in the back. Okay? I hope you enjoy our Ojo De Dios traditional Mexican craft. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Support public libraries. Like, share, and subscribe for more great videos.